New York did a land inventory, and they came up with 596 acres of land. So 596acres.org is a domain they registered, and they asked New Yorkers, what can we do with this, all this land, this 596 acres? And the city of Melbourne, Australia did something similar, and they came up with 3,000 acres, much bigger city, 3,000acres.org. So Grow Calgary, we sat down, we started to do a little bit of number crunching, and we came up with 111,000acres.org. So you've got 596 acres, 3,000 acres, and then all of a sudden, way up here somewhere is Calgary with a phenomenal score of 111,000 acres of empty space. We are literally the envy of every municipality and urban environment on the planet. We have so much empty space. Food issue is the one that I'm most concerned about because I'm a parent, and I want to make sure my son certainly has a roof over his head, but even more important for me is that he's eating well, because that has long-term implications for him and his health. 45% of the clients of the food bank are children, and a whole bunch of empty space in the city, over 100,000 acres. So we should be growing more food. We have so much empty space, and we do not use it wisely. We mow it, we seed with an invasive species, and then we mow it, and we get absolutely nothing in return. The city was built on agriculture. There isn't a place in the city that wasn't built on a farm. So we're trying to reintroduce this idea that, yeah, there's some spots in the city that are ideal for farming. People say, yes, but you can't really grow in Canada because our short growing season. And it's like, well, it is short compared to, say, Cuba, but it's not short compared to Nunavut. The number one argument to counter a shorter growing season is bringing more land online. So, if you don't have a lot of time to grow, then you want to grow as much as you can on as much land as you can at that time. Because urban agriculture doesn't always need, nice big sections of land. We can build small little golf course, linky type, farms, and we can poach little areas that are unused. So I'm going to suggest that, and this is what's on the table right now, pardon the pun, but what's on the table right now for Calgary is that we could grow all of our own carrots, all of our own potatoes, all of our own onions. There's a number of different things, there's 7 or 8 different things that we could grow, all of them right here in Calgary. We could employ people growing them. We could have reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. We could reduce our transportation costs. We could reduce our input costs, and we could make them even more affordable than they already are. Really? We're trucking a potato from Idaho? Like all of a sudden Idaho has some kind of top secret revolutionary technology around growing a potato? I mean, potatoes are the most resilient things on the planet. You get it in the dirt and it'll give you some potatoes back. I mean, that's really the deal. And if you get really good at it, it'll give you 15 potatoes for every potato that goes in. We can get there. We've done that. We've done that here. We grow potatoes. And we've got so much land. Why are we bringing potatoes into Canada? This is the ABCs of a local food system. If we can access land, build the small-scale infrastructure, and then cultivate, we've got it made. Once you cultivate, you distribute, eat, repeat. And it's just a nice little cycle, and it's very sustainable, it's very, very green. It's the panacea in so many ways to those problems which present themselves on a daily basis to Calgarians. A lot of these people, they look at our ideas around growing food and they go, yeah, wow, that's a good use of the land. We're not asking for any government money. We're just asking for access to the land. It's there right in front of us. I mean, it is so there in front of us. We've got the resources, we've got the land base, we've got the people that want to do this. I'm very proud of our city, and I'm very proud of the volunteers, the 4,000 volunteers that come out, but there's so much more that can happen.